Hello and welcome. My name is After and this is Donkey Kong Country for the SNES. I've been wanting to play this game for a while. I honestly haven't played this game probably since it first came out in '94. And even then I was at a friend's house, so I didn't really play it extensively, nor any of the other games. So I know it's a solid game, so I am looking forward to it. I know the music's amazing. I've listened to the soundtrack quite a few times. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So as always, why don't we go ahead and jump into the manual here. We have Donkey Kong Country. I mean, pretty awesome as far as covers go. This was developed by Rare. This is around the time that they were doing like Killer Instinct, and actually I think Killer Instinct may have come up before this one. But yeah, so definitely a different type of graphics they were pushing. But I think it pushed the system to its limits. All right, we have the Nintendo official seal quality. This is a licensed Nintendo product itself. So this is developed while, you know, it is Nintendo, but Rare is a developer, but Nintendo is definitely the publisher. So we never actually read the official Nintendo seal quality. So this official seal is your assurance that Nintendo has reviewed this product and has met our standards for excellence in workmanship, reliability, and entertainment value. Always look for the seal when buying games and accessories to ensure complete compatibility with your Nintendo product. So there we have. And then we have Grandpa Ape down there, or Grandpa Kong or whatever. Look at the fancy box. Look at the size of the instruction manual. You don't think they would have gone to all this trouble if the game was any good, do you? Wow, I think that's a typo. Anyhow, that obviously does not pass the Nintendo seal quality. We have the table of contents here. What's inside? And we'll be coming across all that shortly. All right, and here we have our story. It was a dark and stormy night. Storms lashed the rugged terrain of Donkey Kong Island, home of the famous video game Ape and his family and friends. Near Donkey Kong's treehouse, a small monkey named Diddy cowered in fear of the savage lightning which periodically illuminated the lush, dark jungle that covered most of the island. Donkey Kong had assigned Diddy to guard duty on this awful night, and he was not happy about his fate. Donkey Kong's earlier pep talk kept creeping back into Diddy's mind. "Okay, buddy," Donkey said in his patronizing voice. "As part of your hero training, you've got to stand guard tonight over my bananas. I'll relieve you at midnight, so try and stay awake until then." "Buddy?" Yeah, right. Now he was alone unless he counted the unknown threats which lurked behind every tree that he glimpsed during the lightning flashes. The Kremlings were out there. This much was certain. They coveted Donkey Kong's banana stockpile, the largest on the island, and probably in the world. A treasure of potassium and vitamin A, the perfect food. Delicious bananas. The thought of DK's golden horde almost made Diddy forget his uncomfortable situation, but a rustling in the undergrowth and sound of several snapping twigs brought him out of his reverie. Who goes there?" Diddy challenged the sounds in the dark and dripping foliage. There was no answer, but the flashing of claws and teeth, followed by a fleeting vision of many reptilian eyes and a crack of thunder. Diddy somersaulted into the fray with his signature cartwheel attack, but he was quickly overcome by the weight of many scaly assailants. The enormous bulk of Clump, the Kremling, landed on top of Diddy, knocking him senseless. His last memory was of a hissing voice. "It's the small one. Seal him inside this barrel and toss it into the bushes. Donkey Kong's bananas are ours." Sorry. I hurt my throat. The barrel's lid closed over Diddy, blotting out even the fleeting light of the storm. Seconds later, The barrel flew through the air, courtesy of Clump's army boot-assisted punt, and landed roughly in the jungle foliage. Diddy Kong knew no more. The entire Donkey Kong clan was oblivious as the Kremlings then loaded the banana horde into their Kremling carts and wheeled them off through the jungle, leaving an obvious trail of dropped fruit from their overloaded conveyances. The next morning, Donkey Kong was awakened by a frantic shouting of his name. "Keep it down," he growled. He suddenly realized what time it was. "Morning already? I slept through my watch!" Falling out of bed and through his treehouse door, Donkey Kong slid down the treehouse ladder without using any of the rungs and assumed his characteristic fighting pose, with sun-blinded squinty eyes. One swift blow was all that was needed to leave him sprawled on the floor, face down. He groggily rolled over to see the familiar wrinkled, white-bearded, grouchy face of his own granddad, Cranky Kong, that's what his name is, peering down at him. In his heyday, Cranky was the original Donkey Kong who battled Mario in several of his own games. "What you do that for?" Donkey Kong asked, knowing full well that Cranky was prone to cuffing him at every whim. "Take a look inside your banana cave. You're in for a big surprise," Cranky crackled. Donkey's mind raced as he vaulted to the cave and peered inside. Instead of the dull golden glow of thousands of bananas, there was only a few discarded peels. These had been trampled into the dirt by hundreds of reptilian feet, judging from the many three-toed footprints that covered the damp cavern floor. But what about... "Diddy's gone too," Cranky laughed. "That's what you get for shirking your responsibility. You good for nothing bum. In my days, we would have been happy to stand guard in the ring, because that might have meant having an extra frame of animation. Of course, having rain would have been impossible given our pitiful processing power, but..." Donkey Kong stood there in stunned disbelief and hadn't heard most of what Cranky said. "Diddy, gone, my little buddy," he muttered to himself. Donkey Kong was suddenly filled with conviction. "The Kremlings will pay," he raged. "I'll hunt them down through every quarter of my island until I have every last banana from my horde back." "Find your little buddy and retrieve a bunch of bananas?" Cranky snorted. "What kind of game idea is that? What's a screaming damsel in distress?" Diddy's obsession with being me like me has gone too far. He may be long away from being a true video game hero, but he had the guts, the reflexes, the heart. "If you ask me, neither of you are ready for prime time," Cranky interrupted. "You'll never be as popular a character as I was. Why, in my heyday, kids lined up to play my games. The quarters are stacked in the machine as they waited for their turn. If you go on this ridiculous adventure, you'll be lucky to sell 10 copies. Donkey Kong fumed. He usually let Cranky's ramblings roll off his back, but this time was different. "What do you know about adventuring, you flea-bitten old ape?" yelled Donkey Kong, edging closer and closer, braving Cranky's cane until he was totally in his face. "I'm sick of hearing about your boring single-screen adventures. Diddy's in trouble, my bananas horde's gone, and I'm gonna get them all back." Donkey Kong stormed off in search of his missing buddy, following a trail of bananas the Kremlings had dropped. "Well, it's not exactly rescuing a princess, but he'll do in a pinch," Cranky snorted as DK disappeared into the lush jungle. After a moment's hesitation, Cranky followed him. "The lad may just need my help," he mumbled to himself. "Kids today, they just don't have any respect for their elders." "You're only reading this because you're bored." Wow, that's like the most backstory we've had in a game so far. Holy crap. And I do like breaking the fourth wall about it being a game, and that's pretty cool. Getting started. We made this game super easy to get into. Plug the cartridge into your Super Nintendo, turn the power on, watch the demo for as long as you like, press start when you're ready to get into the game. Well, so far there hasn't been a demo of the gameplay yet, so... Let's see, we have gameplay modes. You can play Donkey Kong Country solo or with a friend. In 2-player contest mode, you alternate with a friend to see who can finish the most levels in the shortest time. In 2-player team mode, both players alternate control during the game, with one controlling Donkey Kong and the other controlling Diddy Kong. This is a great way for a younger player to play along with an older, more experienced player. Aww. Map screens. So we have the Funky Kong, Candy Kong, Kremlings in your position. Map screens. Kremlings have stolen Donkey Kong's banana horde, and it's up to you to help him get them back. On the map screen between each level, you'll see your position as well as the locations of Kremlings, Cranky Kong, Funky Kong, and Candy Kong. The members of the Kong family will help you in different ways as you travel. For details, see page 26. I wouldn't believe a word of this. I've been everywhere, and I found only 2 locations. Bad ones at that. Game screen. We have you and then a Kremling. They look like they walking alligators. Where's the score bar? Life meter, speedometer, scrolled off the screen. Where they belong, that's where. When you do collect bananas and extra life or other goodies, the indicator symbol will momentarily scroll onto the screen. Some of the symbols you see are banana counter, tallies your totals bananas, Kong letters, spell Kong in a level and get an extra life, life balloons, how many lives you have left. Find more details on these items on page 18. Basic controller functions for DK. The controller functions in Donkey Kong Country are basic, so you can concentrate on enjoying the game's graphics, sound, and gameplay rather than trying to remember which button does a spin jump or backward double combination flip. You could probably figure out the controls yourself, but for reference, here are the button functions. Some moves will only work in certain situations. Rambi. When you're riding Rambi, hold down the Y button to run and press B to jump. Espresso. Use the Y button to run with Espresso. Watch out, he's fast. And the B button to jump. When you're in the air, tap the B button to flap your wings. Well, I've never seen so much rubbish. Good game shouldn't need an explanation. I mean, I totally don't disagree with you. Let's see, we got Winky. Use the B button to jump super high with Winky. On guard. When you're riding on guard, the Y or B button will give you your burst of speed and make him stab with his sword nose. Select, we have tag team action, switch from Donkey Kong to Diddy Kong and vice versa. Switch between players in 2-player mode. Start, what else? Pause. Y button, press to roll the cartwheel, press down to run. Press to pick up a barrel, release to throw, hold down to climb vines faster. Press while holding the control button or the control pad down to perform Donkey Kong hand slap. B buttons to jump and swim. A button, get off your animal buddy. Switch from Donkey Kong to Diddy and vice versa. And switch between players in 2-player team mode. It's like L and R don't have any. The star, Donkey Kong, the king of swing, the thriller gorilla. The prime of primates, it's Donkey Kong, but this is not your father's Donkey Kong. Although he is relative to the classic arcade character Country's, Donkey Kong is a totally new character with a new look, new moves, and new attitude. Donkey Kong's moves, we have Jump. What's a platform action game without jumping? Of course, jumping will allow you to explore the many areas of Donkey Kong Country. If you land on an enemy's head, that will usually be the last of them. Run, hold down the Y button as you move to make Donkey Kong run. Not only is this faster and more exciting than walking, you can also jump a little farther when running with a running start. Swing. Swing is Donkey Kong's speciality. Grabbing the vine is automatic. To get off, jump, press the B button, press and hold the Y button to climb faster. Do a barrel roll. Use this move to turn DK into a living bowling ball. This attack will scatter almost any enemy. Swim. As an island, Donkey Kong Country is surrounded by water. To swim, tap the B button. Use the down arrow to control pad to sink faster. To throw barrels, Donkey Kong can heft barrels with the greatest ease and holds them high above his head as he carries them. Press the Y button to pick up a barrel. If you release the Y button, you will toss the barrel. However, if you hold down on the control pad as you release the Y button, you'll put the barrel down nice and gently. Brute strength. Donkey Kong's adventure Donkey Kong's advantage is his awesome strength. If he lands on a weakened part of the ground, he can often reveal hidden stashes of barrels, tires, or other items. By pressing the Y button and down on the control pad simultaneously, Donkey Kong will perform a powerful hand slap attack. This move can defeat enemies and reveal stuff that is hidden underground. Introducing Diddy Kong. Although he would never admit it, Diddy Kong is a Donkey Kong wannabe. His ambition in life is to be a video game hero, just like the big guy, and although Donkey Kong would never say it to Diddy's face, the kid has potential. He's fast and agile and has a heart to be the world-class video game hero. He just needs a little more experience, and of course exposure. Diddy Kong's moves: he has a cartwheel attack. Diddy Kong's signature move is his cartwheel attack. Although it may not be as powerful as DK's barrel roll, it still gets the job done, even against heavy hitters like Clump. Jump: Diddy can jump farther and higher than Donkey Kong. Jumping is useful for exploring and tackling some enemies, however Diddy must jump on some enemies twice in order to defeat them. So he can jump higher, but he's not as strong as Donkey. Run: Diddy can run extra fast if you hold down the Y button as you move. Swing: like all monkeys, Diddy likes to climb and swing ropes and vines. Press the B button to jump off, press and hold the Y button to climb faster. Let's see, we have Swim. Diddy loves to swim and is probably the best of the two Kongs to use in the water levels. Throw barrels: Diddy can pick up and toss barrels almost as well as Donkey Kong, however he carries barrels out in front of him as he's just not strong enough to hold them above his head. Small but quick: Diddy is smaller than Donkey Kong, but that can be an advantage. For one thing, it makes it harder for enemies to hit him. This can be especially useful in underwater areas where there may be tight squeezes. The way Diddy carries barrels may also seem weak, but it's actually going to be helpful in revealing certain hidden areas. Well, that's good to know. Tag team: Donkey Kong and Diddy form a powerful tag team when they are together. If you have both Kongs, you will control one of them and the other will follow automatically. Take a hit from the enemy and the Kong you're controlling will scamper off and you'll take control of the other. If you want to switch between Kongs during play, press select. There are certain points of the game where it is a definite advantage to be Diddy and others where it is better to be Donkey. Barrels and kegs: both Donkey Kong and Diddy Kong can pick up and throw barrels, but there are many types of barrels in Donkey Kong Country. Some of them have very special functions. A is a regular barrel. These common barrels make a great projectile weapon against enemies. They smash into splinters upon impact. Steel-rimmed barrels roll over enemies until they hit a wall. Let's see, we have the TNT drum. The drum of basically TNT, Triton Trolleth the line or something like that, packs quite a wallop. The explosion of this barrel can defeat almost any enemy. It can break open hidden doors. If you pick this barrel up and then put it down, press down the control pad as you release Y, it will explode a few seconds later like a time bomb. So your barrel cannons, C and D. Barrel cannons are usually suspended in the sky by some unknown force. Once you jump into one, you can launch out of it, high into the sky or across great distances. There are two types of barrel cannons: regular cannon Z, which you must press B to activate, and automatic cannon C, which launch you as soon as you jump in. Automatic barrels are marked with a white explosion. Let's see here. Funky barrel. Funky Kong's barrel will launch you to any of the levels that you have been previously completed. You may want to backtrack to earn extra lives, find your buddy, or to search the level for a hidden thing you may have missed. Steel kegs. Unlike regular barrels, steel kegs are basically unbreakable. Once you throw one, it will keep on rolling, knocking out any enemies it runs into. You can also throw one of these barrels against the wall, jump on top of it on the rebound. You'll be in for a wild ride if you can pull off this move. E is a continue barrel. These barrels are decorated with the star design. If you knock out one of these barrels, you will restart the barrel's location instead of the beginning of the level when you lose a life. Let's see here. That's E. DK barrel. Barrels marked with DK logo will have your friend inside. If you're by yourself, break the barrel to release your friend and he will join your team. If you already have both Kongs, this barrel will function like a regular barrel. Then we have a save barrel, which is also E. 3 gems can be saved in 3 save games can be in your 3 games can be saved in your game pack's battery-backed memory. Candy Kong Save Barrel will allow you to save your game progress. Jump in and your game will be history, stored in the cart's battery-backed. I don't know why I'm having such issue saying that. But wait, there's more. Bananas. These precious golden fruits are the object of Donkey Kong's quest. You should try to collect each and every banana in the game. Collecting vast quantities of bananas will earn you extra lives, plus they are just good for you. The trail of bananas left by the thieving Kremlings will also guide you on your way. Kong letters, spell Kong in a level and you will earn an extra life. The Kong letters are sometimes a little hidden, so it will take some effort to find them. Balloons, Donkey Kong balloons mean extra lives. Each red balloon that you collect will give you a single extra life. Green balloons are worth 2 extra lives. The blue balloons will earn you 3 extra lives. There are many ways to find or earn balloons. You must move quickly to catch these balloons before they float away. I can't believe you're still reading this. What you need is a good thrashing. Well, at least I'm reading. Jeez. Animal tokens. Golden animal tokens are also hidden in the many indigenous locations. These are definitely worth collecting, as a set of 3 will transport you to a bonus level. In this bonus level, you play as the animal. Bonus levels? Huh, don't hold your breath looking for these. There are none. We got Ramby, Espresso, Winky, and On Guard. We have Donkey Kong's Country Atlas. You'll find a wide variety of ecosystems in the Donkey Kong country. Though the island itself is mainly tropical, there are great pine forests on the slopes of snow-covered peaks. The mountains are riddled with mines, natural tunnels, and caves. Surrounding the island are many tropical lagoons full of reefs, colorful fish. Following are the general descriptions of each area. We have Jungle. Donkey Kong's home is in the jungle, where he is master of all he surveys, or so he thinks. You'll start your adventure in Jungle Hijinks, which he introduces you to the play control of the game. This is also a great place to earn extra lives if you come back to it later in the game. In the jungle, you'll find many vines strung between the palms that are great for swinging over troubled areas. Factory. The Kremlings' crowning industrial achievements are the huge factories they built in Donkey Kong Country. These factories do not adhere to strict safety codes and are full of burning oil drums, faulty lighting, and perilous platforms. Enter at your own risk. Underwater. While the underwater areas of Donkey Kong Country are some of the most beautiful, they are also some of the most dangerous. The waters are infested with sharks, piranhas, killer octopi, and stinging jellyfish. Swim with care. Luckily, your animal friend On Guard, the swordfish, is here to help you. Mountains. The snow-capped peaks of Donkey Kong Country are rarely climbed due to the hazardous conditions found at such high elevations. The ground is like solid ice and does not offer a firm foothold for the explorer. Blinding blizzards often strike without warning. The resulting lack of visibility can make the already challenging obstacles in this area next to impossible. Treetops. In the lofty treetops of Donkey Kong Country, you'll find a deserted town of wooden platforms and huts, origin unknown. But while the original inhabitants may be gone, the place is teeming with Kremlings and their friends, ready to ambush anyone who trespasses here. The barrel cannons are particularly tricky in the treetops. Caves. Donkey Kong Island has so many caves, tunnels, and mines, it's almost like a giant block of Swiss cheese. There are many types of caves, including some made out of solid ice. Caves have many secret passages and of course are full of Kremlings. Tires play an important part in spelunking through the caves. Use their enhanced bouncing ability to reach out of the way places. And then mines. The vast mines of Donkey Kong Country are now stripped of any ore they may have once contained. All the tools of the miners remain, however, from the minecarts to the rickety scaffolding. There are special barrels that turn the lights on and off and risky mine elevators full of slag. Without a hard hat, mine exploration is not recommended, but Clump is not about to give up his. Ruins. These monolithic ruins are now ruled by millstone rolling naughty beavers. Of course, ruins are well known for their treasure, and you can find many forgotten items in these haunted buildings of vine-covered stone. Bonus levels. There are dozens of bonus levels hidden in Donkey Kong Country. Some are easy to find, others are almost impossible. All will give you extra lives, bananas, or other surprise items. You have your trusty animal friends. There are 5 friendly animals in Donkey Kong Country that will help you on your way. While they will usually show up in an area you might expect to find them in, they can also be found in some pretty unusual places. When you see a crate with an animal symbol on it, jump on the crate and break it open and you'll mount up automatically. Press the A button to jump off the animal. Rambi the Rhino. Rambi always likes to go full speed ahead, so press and hold the Y button. Rambi will take off at a run over everything in his path. Just make sure that you keep your eyes open for pits and cliffs. Rambi is a powerful animal and can break his way in almost break his way into most secret doors. Espresso the Ostrich. This crazy bird is a valuable animal to find. Although he can't really fly, he can run even faster than Rambi and can make long winged assisted jumps. Espresso legs, being long and spindly, are not suitable for jumping on enemies. Smaller enemies will crawl right under him, but larger ones are in trouble. You can make Espresso flap his wings by repeatedly pressing the B button. On guard the Swordfish for aquatic adventuring, and guard is essential. While riding him, you do not need to press the B button to swim. The control pad directional arrows are enough. By pressing the Y or B button, you can get a burst of speed during which Unguard's sword nose becomes a deadly weapon. Needless to say, you won't find Unguard anywhere but underwater. Winky the Frog, you wouldn't know it by looking at him, but Winky is one of the most powerful animals. He can jump higher than any of them, and with his strong legs, he can jump attack some enemies that even Donkey can't touch. Winky is fond of damp, dark places, but he is known to turn up almost anywhere. Squawks the Parrot. Squawks is the one animal that you cannot ride, but he is helpful nonetheless. You can find him in the darkest cave level. Once you release him, he will hold a flashlight that will help light your path. Because he is so essential to success in this dark hidden level, he's not too hard to find when you need him. We have the Kong family. Funky Kong. Funky Kong, Donkey Kong's bronze tan sunglass wearing surf punk friend, usually hangs out at Donkey Kong's country's many beaches. However, he also operates a special bearer flight service which will allow Donkey and Diddy to travel back to any level in the game that they have already finished. Although Funky hates to go on adventures himself, he's too laid back. He keeps up on the island scene, and many may have useful information at times. Candy Kong. Candy Kong is a banana of Donkey Kong's eye and one of his closest friends. Although everyone assumes that they will get married someday, Donkey Kong is just not ready to settle down yet, in Candy's opinion. Candy is also very fond of Diddy and would pinch his little cheeks at every opportunity if he had the frames of animation to do it. Donkey and Diddy will meet up with Candy often as they search for their missing bananas. When they do, Candy will give them a chance to save their progress through the game so far. All you have to do is jump in Candy's save barrel. Cranky Kong. Donkey Kong's grouchy pappy is original Donkey Kong who starred in many Donkey Kong arcade classics in the 80s. He considers those games the pinnacle of game design, will have nothing to do with the newfangled graphics, sound, and multiple button controllers of today's Nintendo mega hits. Donkey Kong will encounter Cranky throughout his adventure at his many cabins scattered across Donkey Kong Country. Cranky will usually be grateful for the chance to converse, specifically to get on Donkey's case about the state of the games today. Although most of Cranky's conversations are hot air, he will occasionally drop a hint or two about the game, as he is anxious to pass on his game prowess to the younger generation of game fans. His problem is he only has a 3-frame walk, so he can't participate in the action. Cranky can chew your ear off if you give him a chance, so once you get tired of him, just take off. Tired of me? You're lucky I'm here to brighten up this boring manual. We have our baddies. Kremlings everywhere. Kremlings are the tribe of reptilian rascals who have ripped off Donkey Kong's banana horde. They come in a variety of shapes, sizes, and shades. King R. Rule, the supreme commander of the Kremlings and mastermind of the banana heist. Critter, this run-of-the-mill green Kremlin, is the most common type. Crucia, the muscle-bound Kremling, will laugh off most of your attacks. Clump's helmet will protect him from attacks from above. Claptrap, his huge teeth will dissuade you from a roll attack. This Rock Croc. This Kremling uses crafty disguise to make sneak attacks. Neki, watch out for this high-flying foe. Mini Neki. Neki's little buddy spits coconuts. Zinger, avoid touching the stinging spikes on Zinger's back. Manky Kong. These Kong reject orangutans do know how to roll out the barrel. Army. Army will curl into an armored ball to protect himself from your attacks. And then Slippa, scaly, slithering snakes that live in the old oil drums. More Atlas. Chomps. I guess it's more Atlas. Underwater enemies. Chomps, the waters of Donkey Kong are infested with many sharks. Chomps Jr., a smaller variety of shark, but nonetheless deadly. Squidge, watch out for his scooting jellyfish. He can appear from nowhere. Clambo. Clambo spits pearls at you as you swim past. And then Croctopus. These octopi spin dizzily about coral formations. Nope, none of these baddies are in. They must have slipped in the wrong instruction manual or something. Well, Sonny, in my day, we didn't have all this newfangled gameplay like Donkey Kong Country. No, sirree. You game players, they are spoiled by all pretty pictures and stereo sound, when all you really need is great gameplay. Well, if you need some game hints for this silly game, try these. Cranky's advice. There are tons of secret levels in this game. Always try to explore every level thoroughly to find these areas where you can earn extra lives. Of course, if I were playing, I wouldn't need any, but you might. Some enemies are invulnerable to certain attacks, or might take more than one hit to beat. Try lots of things when you meet a new enemy, even jump on his head. What a novel idea. Follow the trail of bananas to the goal in each level. There's a way to collect every banana in the game if you try hard enough. Use teamwork. There are some things that Diddy Kong can do that Diddy can't, and even though the big ape won't admit it, Diddy is better at some things of his own. The making of Donkey Kong Country. What makes the graphics of Donkey Kong Country so cool? Every image that you see on the game screen is actually designed on Silicon Graphics Inc. workstations, the same powerful computers that were used to create computer animation in movies like Jurassic Park and Terminator 2 Judgment Day. First, the artists for Donkey Kong Country created computer models of every character in the game. Computer models are basically three-dimensional images. The characters can be viewed on the computer from all directions in any pose. The characters pictured as manual are what the computer models look like on the Silicon Graphics computer. The game designers took these models and translated the data into a format usable by the Super NES. The results are still spectacular and provide the most realistic and three-dimensional graphics ever seen in video games. We believe this will be the use of computers to design graphics to revolutionize the way games are being made in the future, and Donkey Kong Country is just the beginning. Yeah, I remember all that. Actual CGI wireframe models before their hair and other texture added. Yeah, that was the big thing. I mean, it is a gorgeous game. We have our notes page. Does anyone actually use these memo pages? Waste of paper, if you ask me. I mean, I asked that in the Return of the Jedi game. Copy? We want to copy this game. It's just a warning not to use with unauthorized, blah, blah, blah. Warning, copying of any Nintendo game is illegal and strictly prohibited by domestic and international copyright laws. Backups or archival copies are not authorized and are not necessary to protect your software. Violators will be persecuted. Yeah. You need Nintendo's permission to even rent the game. Then we have our warranty information, 90 days. We have an additional 90. There's quite a bit of warranty stuff on here. It's only valid in the US. Then we have just the back of the manual. This is Nintendo of America, Redmond, Washington. Printed in America, printed in Japan. So there we go. That's the manual. I do have the Nintendo Power, but we'll save that for the next one because this kind of get long in the tooth as far as me talking. So the next episode we'll go over the Nintendo Power section. So for now, let's get to the game. Jungle hijinks. And there's our empty horde. Well, I'm gonna have to get used to the controls here, which, I mean, there aren't a whole lot per se. But what I can and cannot do, that's the question. Dang it. I should be able to make that, right? I want those bananas. Oh, I thought I was gonna keep rolling, but sure there's a secret over here. Dang it, no, I wanted to go to this one here. Oh well. No, here's what I was thinking. I was right there. Okay, I don't even know really what hit me. But if you say it did, game, I believe you. Maybe I was wrong. Hell? I see Kong would have gotten that. You drat armadillo. Damn. think there's a, I should save that. So there's a, okay, I need to find, there's a barrel that shoots you over there. Oh, okay. I didn't see if there was a rope there. No bother. Yeah. Well, I'm running out of lives. Not quaint. Yes. Oh well. Hey, boy, did you fetch me my paper? A leap of faith is all it takes to find Winky in Barrel Canyon. Steel ring barrels break only when they hit a wall. I gotta go now. I'll see you guys later if you're real lucky. What if he'll be there again? Okay, I'll do the level for you. Nah, I'm kidding. Alright. Anyways. Rope-a-dope. Whoa, crap. What? Ah, that was dumb. I need a barrel, I think, to take out the... Yeah. I mean, it's definitely possible. Probably get in there and get out. Oral capers. Yeah, this is the music that's often accompanied with like SNES relaxing tunes and stuff like that. Not for one banana. Shit, that sounds bad. I want to go back to where it was pointing down. Oh. Hey, bud. I could just had another one of... On God. This sounds so much like Final Fantasy music to me, though. Oh, shit. No, on God, that was the wrong way to go. Oh, well. The little fish. How'd the little fish hurt me? might kind of want to play that level again. If only just for the ambient music. Whoa, dudes! My name's Funky Kong! My bodacious jumbo barrel can launch you to any point on the island. Most unfortunately, though, dude, it can only be sent to a place you've already been to, which is a complete and total bummer, let me tell you. Whoa, dudes! My name's Funky Kong! What? I don't know, man. Okay, whatever. He just keeps repeating himself, I guess. Boom. Boom. Interesting. Why can't I get over there? We can do it from here. This is death down there. Wait, I can't get over there though. Ah, okay, so those are areas where you can get those little shaded areas, I guess, if you fall down on them. How the fudge? Ah. Okay, well, I don't want to miss anything, but okay. Oh, I see. Okay, so that just skips all that. Hey, can we jump up here, please? Candy save point. What's up here though? Hi, I'm Candy Kong, and this is my save point. If you want to save your current game, jump into the spin save barrel. I think this is the boss of this level. Of course, Diddy Kong saves the day. All right. Well, that takes care of the first area. I need to look up at secret areas and stuff to see if I would like to 100% this game. I'm having a blast. I'll say that. Night and day between. See, I thought that Claymates was going to be a fun platformer through rose-tinted glasses, right? Because I had fun as a kid, but man, that game was frustrating and tedious. This is fun. So, yeah, as an aside, I've also been thinking about possibly going through the Super Mario games, like literally starting with the first game and then going through all the levels, no warp points and so on and so forth, and then go to each game. But I'll probably do the Super Mario All-Stars for that. But I don't know, just kind of in the mood. So outside of that, friends, I hope you're enjoying it. In our next level, we'll tackle the monkey mines and see what that's got in store for us, as well as take a look at the Nintendo Power. So, but all right, friends. Well, until next time, stay true to yourselves, follow your hearts, go monkey around, and I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, bye bye.